Welcome, everyone. In this lesson, we will explore matrix multiplication. You'll learn how multiplying can change the size or order of a number or a matrix. Let's begin.
Before we go into examples, let's recall what matrix multiplication means. When multiplying two matrices, we multiply the rows of the first matrix by the columns of the second matrix. Remember, the number of columns in the first matrix must match the number of rows in the second matrix.
Here we have two matrices, A and B. Matrix A represents the rows, and matrix B represents the columns. We will multiply them together to find the resulting matrix, A, B. Example 1. Multiply these two matrices where column matrix A is multiplied by row matrix B. To find each element, multiply the corresponding values and add them across the row and column. Let's look at the solution next.
We start with the first element of the product. Multiply the first row of matrix A by the first column of matrix B. Continue this for each element to fill the resulting matrix. Next, we will calculate the second element of the product. Multiply the first row of matrix A by the second column of matrix B. Sum this for the next element to fill the resulting matrix.
Continue the same process for all rows and columns. Make sure to double-check your multiplications and additions carefully. You should now have the final result for example 1.
Let's move to example 2. Again, we're multiplying two given matrices. Always check that the inner dimensions match before starting the multiplication. Now, we will solve this step by step.
Take the first row of matrix A and the first column of matrix B. Multiply the corresponding numbers and add them together. This gives the first element of the resulting matrix. Next, move to the second column of matrix B. Repeat the same multiplication and addition pattern. Be careful with negative or zero values if they appear in your matrices. Now continue with the remaining rows of matrix A. Multiply each by all columns of matrix B. Record each answer in the correct position of the product matrix. We can now combine all calculated values to complete the new matrix. Notice how each element represents the sum of products from the row and column multiplications. Check your calculations one more time to make sure no mistakes were made. If all products and sums are correct, you should now have the final matrix for example 2. Here is the completed solution shown in detail. Take note of the consistent pattern: row by column multiplication, then summation. This is how we find every entry of a product matrix.
The final matrix represents the full result of multiplying matrix A by matrix B. Congratulations, you have successfully completed the second example. Let's summarize what we learned. Today, we learned that matrix multiplication involves multiplying rows and columns, and that multiplication can act as a way to scale numbers or entire matrices. Always check matrix dimensions before multiplying and follow the row-by-column rule carefully. Great job completing this lesson on matrix multiplication. See you in the next lesson.